So if you've been saving for years already, meaning may savings ka, may investments ka, well, I have a not so good news para sa'yo. Because in this video, I'm gonna share with you the problem of most savers and investors. So if you're a saver, you're an investor, make sure you check this video out. Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. My name is Tio Pilo, and this is gonna be my last video for the year 2025. And before tayo mag-start, I just really wanna appreciate you guys, yung mga subscribers ko, mga viewers ko, mga members, okay, for supporting my channel. So again, I really thank you because of your support. At the same time, quick shout out dun sa mga channel members natin, si Joanne Piconcilio, tsaka si Rizel Batukal. So they are new channel members. So thank you so much for your support. And if you also wanna support me, become a channel member, you can click the link down in the description. You can check that out. Also, quick shout out din sa mga subscribers ko na nami-meet ko in person. So even right now, nasashock pa rin ako when every time I meet somebody and then magpapa-picture, okay, they're gonna approach me. And you know me, medyo shy ako, okay? So medyo shy ako, kaya medyo hindi tayo magaling mag-entertain sa mga ganun. But yeah, with that, I just really wanna appreciate you guys for your support. Minsan, hindi ko talaga na-realize gaano pala yung impact me sharing itong mga personal thoughts ko, my opinion, mga lessons ko, mga tutorials in terms of personal finance. So, meron pala talaga tayo yung mga natutulungan. So, again, really thank you. And also, if you notice dito sa videos natin, baka may na-notice kayo na bago, meron tayong mga product links down in the description. Sa mga videos, you might see these product links. Kasi, some of my viewers, they're asking like, saan mo ba nakukuha ito? Ito example, itong mga Execute, Great Hustle, okay, Success, yan. So, there's a link down in the description. You can check that out. That's a Shopee link. So, you can use that. So, it's an affiliate link. So, I get a little commission if you check that out. Pero, yun nga, like, a lot of people have been asking, saan ko ba ito nakuha? So, I'm putting links down in the description. Also, ito, yung riser table. So, riser for my monitor. So, again, may link din tayo dyan sa down in the description. So, basically, I'm exploring something new sa channel natin. So, it means, meron mga features na na-unlock ngayon na I'm also exploring. So, it means na nag-grow talaga yung channel natin. So, I hope one way or another, with my channel, I'm also be able to help you. And in return, by supporting me, by clicking my links, by using my affiliate links, you also support me so that I could create more videos like this also. Anyway, sobrang daming intro, no? With that said, balik tayo sa main topic for this video. Pag-uusapan natin, ano ba yung problem ng most savers and investors? Now, before kayo mag-react, mag-violent reaction, okay? So, I wanna assure you na itong sasabihin ko sa iyo, galing din to sa akin na I'm also a saver. Meaning, yung problem na ito, I also realize this myself. This is not to judge mga savers, investors, but ako personally na-realize ko rin na problem ko rin pala to as a saver or an investor. And instead na ako yung magsasabi, ano bang problem na ito, let me share with you isa sa mga clips. So one of the personal finance na influencer that I've been following, his name is Graham Stephan. So he's a finance YouTuber in the US. Tapos, isa talaga siya sa fina-follow ko in terms of like investing and handling money. And even siya, okay? Like he's a YouTuber, personal finance expert, sobrang frugal, okay? Ito din yung problem niya. So ito yung sabi niya dun sa latest video that he uploaded.
This also led to a very interesting problem that didn't fully realize, and that would be 3, I have a very hard time spending money. Again, it was so ingrained to save money at all costs that when it came time to spend some of the money, just couldn't do it. It was so difficult. It came so unnatural.
So yeah, there you go. Problem with most savers and investors, nahihirapan sila in spending money. Isn't that crazy, di ba? Like, a lot of people, they are spenders, okay? And isa sa mga problema nila, hindi sila makakasave. Ito naman mga savers and spenders, okay? Yung problema nila, they can't spend their hard-earned money. So, isn't that crazy? And ako personally, nakaka-relate talaga ako dito. Kasi, like, ako, way back before, I really love to save money. So, in fact, kapag pupunta ako sa city, so galing ako sa province, pupunta ako sa city, there's options papunta doon. So, pwede kang mag-minibus, okay? So, sobrang dikit-dikit nyo. Sobrang init, okay? Pero mura lang. Pero for a very small difference, like 5 peso difference, 10 peso difference, pwede kang sumakay ng mas malaking bus. Okay? So, mas malaking bus. So, with that, okay yung seats, right? So, hindi ka na dikit-dikit with other passengers, right? Pero, mainit. So, there's another option na you can add more. So, let's say, for example, if I remember it correctly, nasa 40 pesos ata. Or, yun yung regular bus. Yung minibus, yun, mura lang talaga yun, like 30-35 pesos. So, from the province, papunta to Cebu City, ganun yung price. Pero if you ride a bus, nasa 40 pesos. If you ride yung malaking bus, pero air-conditioned siya, nasa 50 pesos. So, small difference. And, typically, yung unang pinipili ko talaga is yung minibus. Kasi, I'm so frugal, probably to the bottom line, cheap na, okay? Na kung saan, I'd rather ride, very uncomfortable, sobrang init, so that makapag-save ako, okay, ng pera. So, basically, nakaka-relate talaga ako when a lot of savers, they have a hard time spending money. In fact, I've posted this in my social media account. Sabi dito, so there's this person, sabi niya na, watching a couple argue over a $12,000 trip to Italy, sabi nila, that's too much. Pero, they actually have 3.9 million pesos. Okay? Tapos, yung plan nila shows that they'll end with a 4.5 million pesos at age 95. But basically, yung point ito is like, they have enough money na talaga. So, the math says spend. The spreadsheet says spend. I said spend. So, probably this guy is a financial advisor. Alright? And then, but 35 years of save, don't spend doesn't shut off overnight. The hardest part of retirement planning isn't the numbers. It's convincing people they've already won. So just imagine this, di ba? Like, yun yung goal, to have a retirement big nest, to be living on dividends and interest, Lodi lifestyle. Pero, for how many years nag-save ka, it became a habit. It became your identity. Meaning, mahihirapan ka nang to change that habit. So, when you look at this, like, they have the money, okay? But para sa kanila, spending on a vacation, okay, it's too much. Alright? So, they'd rather save it. And yan yung nakikita ko talaga na problem most savers and investors have. The problem of not being able to save, or no, not be able to spend their hard-earned savings. And marami pa, like, also here in the channel, a lot of people nagko-comment, okay, like they're earning like good passive income already, like 60,000 in dividends per month, okay? So even yung iba na nga, they're earning like 6 digit in dividends per month. And one time I posted din in social media, like, if you're already living on dividends and interest, what would you do with your dividends? Ngayon, money is not a problem. And meron pa rin mga nagre-reply na yung dividends na kikitain ko, I just reinvest it back. Like, okay. So, parang it defeats the purpose, diba, of like why we're saving and investing, because we wanna live on dividends and interest, pero binabalik mo pa rin. So, para siyang, like, it really defeats the purpose. Or, basically, yan yung result of years of saving and investing na you cannot find a way to spend it. Nagigilty ka spending kasi, like, 60,000 in dividends. Gigilty naman ako, i-spend ko lahat na ito, di ba? So, i-reinvest ko. Alright? So, again, nothing wrong with that. Okay? Nothing wrong with that. Kasi, maganda nga yan, eh. Nagsisave ka, nag-i-invest. Pero, at the end of the day, sometimes, we wanna go back to the reason why we're saving and investing. We wanna be Lodi lifestyle. We wanna experience that, live on dividends and interest. Kung saan, if money is not a problem, may dividends ka na natatanggap, what will you do with it? Kaya, I'm gonna be sharing with you some ways on how actually to solve this. So, if you think this is a problem sa'yo, then maybe these are some of the solutions that you can do with it. Or, if para sa akin mag-disagree ka, okay, fine, no problem. I believe ma-realize natin yan later down the line. Kasi ito din, I really wanna share this story din. Kasi sobrang dami kong na-experience ng mga tao na savers. And ito talaga yung problem. So, let me share with you another story, okay? Where in fact, highlights itong pagiging saver and investor for quite a long time. So, I have this friend. So, saver din siya. And it so happened lang na she went to the airport, may flight siya. And if I got the details right, so it's either bumili siya ng water sa airport or sa airplane. I believe sa airplane to kasi medyo mahal talaga yung water. So yung nangyari is like, sobrang uhaw na siya na when she called the, I think it's sa airplane na talaga to. She called the stewardess, right? She asked like, I wanna buy water bottle. May water bottle ba kayo? Magkano? So, sabi ng stewardess, it's 200 pesos. And na-shock siya. Like, she's a saver and hearing water bottle, 200 pesos. Okay? So, yung nangyari, because para sa kanya, sobrang mahal ng water bottle na yon, she did not buy it. She didn't buy it. Okay? Sabi niya kasi, in her mind kasi, sabi niya, yung water bottle na 200 pesos, she can buy like ilang gallons of water na, di ba? So, if you know yung mga gallons, water gallon, yung nilalagay mo sa dispenser. Dito sa amin, nasa 25 pesos yun. 25 pesos per gallon. So, if may 200 pesos yung water bottle, okay, water, yung mineral water, di ba? So, you can buy like 8 of the water gallons. Just imagine, 8 water gallons versus 1 bottled water. So, that was in her mind. That's so crazy. And she gave up buying that water bottle kasi on her mind, she's a saver, sobrang mahal nun. It's illogical to buy that water. And if you ask me, isn't that a problem? para sa akin, no, that's a very big problem most savers really have. Like, they have a hard time spending money. Especially if meron kang pera. If may na-save ka na, you have enough money, that's something na, that's really a problem. Like, you have money, but you still refuse not to buy it. So, paano ba natin isolve itong problem, okay? The saver's problem of spending money. So, ganito. Like, spending money, saving money, para siyang muscle, okay? Na kailangan natin i-exercise. And we need to exercise yung spending muscle natin. Okay? So, in this video, I'm going to share with you 3 ways on how we can actually solve this problem. So, first way, so this is from T. Harv Eker's Millionaire Mind Intensive program. So, I attended this program way back then. Tapos, meron silang system doon called the money jar system. The money jar system. Kung saan, by the time you receive your money, you divide it into separate jars. Tapos, yun nga, each jar represents saving, investing, spending, playing, and whatsoever. So, yung jar na yun, meron siyang freedom account jar. So, this is for your passive income. Meron siyang long-term savings for spending jar. So, you're gonna be saving to spend. Meron din siyang play jar. Okay? So, ito yung isa sa mga favorite jars ko. This is like money you can spend. Okay? Guilt-free. And then, meron din education fund. Okay? And then, give fund mo rin. Okay? Your give jar. And, syempre, 50% I believe for your bills and your payments or mga household bills. And yung percentages can be adjusted. So let's say, for example, 10% for your freedom fund, 10% for your savings fund, 10% for your play fund, 10% for your education, and then 10% for your give, and 50% for your spending. But you can adjust that. Let's say, for example, 5% dito, 5% dito. So again, depending on your financial situation. But the point dun sa money jar system is that at least if you're a saver, meron konting percentage for you for playing. And yung play fund mo, gagastusin mo yan to really exercise your spending muscle. So, let's say, for example, meron kang 10%. Let's say, kumikita ka na 20,000, 30,000, and then 10% of that, 2,000 or 3,000, you can spend that for yourself. Let's say, magpapamassage ka, you're gonna watch a movie, you're gonna go to IMAX, yung the best talaga, okay? You can splurge. And the good thing kasi is, since na-set aside mo siya, guilt-free mo siya magagastos. And so far, yan din yung isa sa mga ginagawa ko. Like, we do set aside a play fund para yun yung gastos namin sa mga travels namin, sa mga eat-outs namin, so that ma-exercise yung spending muscle natin. Now, the second way naman to exercise your spending muscle is basically, I'm already imagining that I'm already living on dividends and interest. So, yung future goal natin, it's as if I'm already living that one. Meaning, yung goal ko by the time I'll be Lodi na, okay, Lodi lifestyle na siya, it's, I have the money to spend so sa mga gusto kong gawin. So, right now, since hindi pa yun na-achieve, I wanna make sure na yung state ko ngayon, parang nimi-mirror na niya yung future. Kasi the problem kasi most people is that a lot of people are chasing happiness, chasing an end goal. Sa kakahabol natin, kaka-chase natin, right now, we are suffering. Like, I'm depriving myself, grabe yung hard work ko, I'm not spending for myself because yung goal ko is the future. Okay? So, yung nangyayari, yung mindset mo, puro future. So, hindi mo na-appreciate yung today. And the question is, by the time marating mo na yung future, since yung mindset natin, yung habits natin, naka-wired to the future, even if na-achieve na natin yun, yung mindset para natin, palagi pa rin naghahabol. And yan yung nangyari dun sa couple na shinare ko kanina, di ba? Like, they already won in the game of financial life, okay? Pero they still refuse to spend kasi yung mindset nila, future. So, kaya yung ginagawa ko is that I'm putting myself na as if I've already achieved yung goal ko. So, yung ginagawa ko, instead of every time may dividends ako na ma-receive, from time to time, kumukurot ako. Okay? So, I'm already assuming na, kinuha ko tong dividends na to, I'm gonna spend it as if already nandun na ako. So, one thing that I did, let's say for example, few weeks ago or few months ago ba yun. So, I had received dividends from my dividend portfolio and yung dividends na yun, okay, we spend it sa tinatawag ko na play grocery, okay? So, like, we go to a grocery store and we buy anything we wanna buy. Kasi, I'm not sure if you agree with me na minsan when you go to grocery, may makikita tayo na gusto nating bilhin. Pero parang they're out of budget. Okay? They're not part of the budget or medyo mahal. Sobrang mahal naman yan. So, hindi practical na bilhin yan. Pero because of the play grocery, because of the dividends I receive, dun sa kinurot ko na dividends, okay, I'm exercising my spending muscle. I'm living as if I'm already loaded na, okay, living on dividends and interest. Para ma-experience ko yung feeling dun sa end goal. So that by the time ma-reach natin yung end goal, alright, alam mo exactly ano yung feeling once you reach that goal and mas ma-appreciate mo siya. And lastly, another strategy for you to exercise, okay, your spending muscle is buying an asset to pay for your liabilities. Okay, so this one, I learned this from Grant Cardone, isa sa mga entrepreneurs that I look up to. So, what I love about him is like he's a family guy and he's into passive income. Pero, yung sa kanya naman is real estate. Okay, so he's into real estate. So, yung ginagawa niya is that he never spends yung active income niya. So, every time may active income siya, he buys assets. So, in his case, mga real estate. And then, yung real estate niya generates passive income. Yung passive income, yun na yung ginagastos niya dun sa mga luho niya. So, again, he buys assets to pay for liabilities. Parang ganun. So, same concept naman siya with dun sa Lodi lifestyle natin, sa dividend portfolio natin. Pero sa kanya lang talaga, like, he does not spend the active income. So, eto, medyo hindi ko pa siya na-implement. But, goal ko talaga is that lahat ng mga for spending natin, let's say travel fund, okay? Just imagine meron kang portfolio purely for travel fund, okay? What if meron kang portfolio purely for bills, okay? So let's say for example, I have this portfolio and itong portfolio na to pays for my bills. Itong portfolio na to, itong asset na to pays for my travels. Itong asset na to pays for my hobbies, ganun. So it's buying assets that pays for your liabilities. So that's another way to really exercise yung spending muscle natin. So yeah, let me recap that one. First off is like the money jar system. So ito pa lang, mapapractice na talaga yung spending muscle mo because every month, okay, you are forced to spend. Meron kang play jar eh. Next naman is ito, kukurot ka sa mga dividends mo. So yung dividends mo, wag mong i-reinvest lahat. Kuha ka from time to time so that you could also experience the Lodi lifestyle in the present moment. And lastly, buy assets that pays for your liabilities. So yeah, that is it. That is my last video for this year 2025. And next year 2026, expect na more videos all about living on dividends and interest. And not just for saving, for the sake of saving and investing, we also want to enjoy. Okay, we want to also enjoy what we save and work hard for. So yeah, yung goal natin is to live on dividends and interest. So yeah, bye-bye. See you next year.